So we've gone a little bit farther to Darshur, or the Darshur necropolis. This one is one of the most interesting ones around, not necessarily because it's a huge complex inside. There's really nothing left on the inside. But this is what they call the bent pyramid. And as you can tell, as you go up a little bit farther, there's a nice, beautiful angle, and then it angles inwards, almost like it was made in two. That was because they were building it and they were creating this massive, massive pyramid. And then they realized that the foundation, the sand, clay, mud, the pieces underneath, weren't going to be able to support the weight of that many bricks, that many stones. And that if they had built in the same angle all the way up, they wouldn't have made it. They would have, the whole thing would have started to sink and collapse. So halfway up, they did some more calculations and figured things out and decided what the angle needed to be in order to allow this to continue and to actually go up. Remember, this is King Sneferu, which was, I'm gonna wipe out, 12th dynasty. It's relatively early. This is sort of our first, what could have been the real pyramid. I was told that this is, if it had been done the same way, if they had been able to complete that angle and continue it all the way up, it would have actually been roughly the same size as the pyramids of Giza, the wonders of the world. Now, he didn't quite get this one the way he wanted. It didn't work out, but it was still a wonderful pyramid. It was lined with limestone, which would have gleamed this beautiful, dazzling white in the middle of the desert. I'm just going to pan out to the desert for a bit just to see all this space, all this thing. And can you imagine this bright white, dazzling piece of architecture right in the middle of it all? So, having done that, he then created a second pyramid. And I'm not going to lie, I don't remember which one is which, but one of them is the real pyramid, and his embalming, and one of them is a decoy pyramid. But this is the red pyramid, and we're a fair bit away from the red pyramid. It's actually quite a distance away, but it is important for for two main things. First one, because it's made of this beautiful red stone, which has been covered over with the dirt and dust and sand of the desert. And so it doesn't have that bright red that it used to, at least, until we polish it up. But the second thing is that it is massive. It is actually the third largest pyramid in Egypt, second only to Khufu and Khafres in Giza. I'm going to spin over just one last one, because the third pyramid of note is actually this little guy right here called the Black Pyramid. And I'm going to see if I can zoom in on him. Doesn't look much like a pyramid at all. But we also had the Black Pyramid. So the Red Pyramid, the Black Pyramid, and the Bent Pyramid, all here at Darshur. This is the Red Pyramid from a slightly different angle. We've arrived here. Again, this was done by King Sneferu. I hope I'm saying that right. Around 2600 BCE, so we're talking 4,600 years ago, over 4,500 years in the past. And he had created three pyramids, one of which was much smaller, one of which was the Bent Pyramid, which wasn't quite the success he was hoping for. And so he built this one, the Red Pyramid, which was, like I said before, the third largest pyramid in all of Egypt. And it is massive. And you can see I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit over there. There's a line of people all climbing all the way up so that they can walk in, and they will go down 100 meters, climb down this very tight little passageway for 100 meters so that they can go into a big room which is empty of anything else, and then climb back out. I decided I would give my knees a rest. Let's back up here. Okay. This is made of red sandstone, and It doesn't seem overly red at the time, but there is red in it. It was also covered by white limestone, so it had the same sort of brilliance that it once had. And again, just an absolutely amazing, amazing piece of work. Anyways, that's about it. Welcome to the Red Pyramid.